One Piece time. I love the fact that Luffy out here is telling the man's like a goddamn pirate. You love to see it, but he shouldn't have said what he said because obviously that's not gonna go over well. And Robin had to then kind of scold him a little bit. And then the girl says, suckers are like, oh my God, is that Robin? Like, yes, sucker, yes, it is. But some very interesting information was actually said within this chapter. So let's go over some of this. First thing I want to talk about is more or less when it comes to the Seraphims. Apparently all the Seraphims actually hold all of their personality in from the people that they got copied from. As we see Boa Hancock's personality in full effect here. Luffy tells that freaking girl something she just cannot deny. But I find this very interesting because this brings a lot of different questions here. Like one thing that kind of came to mind for me is that there's Kuma, right? And there's also, Bonnie. So even with the whole thing of how there's supposed to be a certain hierarchy system of how to control them, if their personality still persists, like Bonnie should be able to get a better control over Kuma in that sense, right? And speaking of Bonnie, there's this like random theory I was like seeing online that in this chapter here, she's not kind of acting like herself. So therefore she might not be actually Bonnie. No, that's wrong. I like to just refute that whole theory right here. The reason why you're seeing Bonnie so happy and just kind of have a different type of perspective right now is because of what happened to her. She's not trying to kill Vegapunk because she has no reasons to do so anymore. Because guys, you got to remember, Bonnie, the reason why she wanted to kill Vegapunk is because Vegapunk was not giving her the entire story of what happened to her dad. Bonnie just got the whole story through his memories. So after seeing everything that happened with her dad, she no longer has that hatred inside her goddamn heart to even worry about that anymore. It is a weight off her shoulders, and therefore she's a happy-go-lucky girl.
I agree with that.
And seeing Sanji as a goddamn catch. Boy, Sanji, get it in, baby. Let's go. He just needs to leave Stussy alone because he's messing with her. Like, stop it. Stop it. So now back to the Straw Hats. They do have a plan to get the heck out of here. But will it work? Who freaking knows? But they gonna be flying high, so high, so high. But of course, Kizaru is not gonna have all that. The chapter is named Kizaru, so yeah, as you know, this man is about to start making moves. And he's with that one old girl say sucker too as well. We kind of get to see a bit of his personality, and I guess the idea what the girls say think about other people, because they're like, hey, everybody's expendable. Don't care about no human life out there. If Rob Lucy gets got, Rob Lucy gets got. Like, we got to make sure we secure the things that are important to us. And unfortunately, Rob Lucy, Cypher Pole 9, 0, whatever the suckers are, it don't matter. But we do see Kizaru actually, upholding some type of honor. You see Sentomaru down there, and Sentomaru is trying to, protect everybody, right? He finds that admirable. So Kizaru's like, let me actually just go ahead and confront this sucker. Also, it'd be unwise to just try to ignore this when obviously Sentomaru has like all of the Kumas just right there ready to go with like it's 50 of them things. So it wouldn't be a wise decision to just speed blitz through that and try to, go after somebody else. Kizaru's smart. And so here's the big thing that a lot of people have been talking about when it comes to this chapter here. We go back to power scaling. Because Luffy at the end of this chapter was like, oh my God, there's a big presence coming. And so everybody's assuming this is Kizaru, right? And so people with that thought is like, oh, Kizaru must be Yonkon level. Now, I don't really partake in all this like power scaling, power level type of stuff, usually with One Piece, because One Piece's power scaling is kind of all over the place. Because you really look at One Piece from a power scaling standpoint, Law shouldn't be taking L's. Like, that's like a strong as heck. His ability is OP, but you see this man take L's every which way. One Piece, a lot of the times, at least back then anyways, it was more about how you strategize and how you fight the person as opposed to someone just being that overwhelmingly powerful. But I digress. We don't want to talk about a whole power scaling thing. If you want to talk about it, I'll reply in the comments. We could talk. But I feel like there's a bit of misinterpretation. There could be a translation error, honestly, that's happening here as well. Because the way the thing is set up and knowing how Oda writes, this might be a bit of a misdirect that he's doing right now. So hear me out. There's like two possibilities that I'm seeing right now with how this chapter ended. The first possibility is that, and I think this might be the most logical one here, Luffy has future sight. So I'm assuming he must have seen something or someone, and I don't know if it's Kizaru per se, right? That is the strong person she's talking about. The second one could be just the Gorosei dude. The old man is on a boat. We don't know exactly where he is. His presence could be picked up by now by Luffy. As strong as he is, he should be able to actually sense someone like that, right? So those are the two possibilities ultimately that I see where Luffy's kind of going with this. I don't think this is just pertaining to just Kizaru being that strong guy being there. But I could be wrong. Who freaking knows? This is why this is one of those situations, in my opinion, that I don't really want to talk too much about, because I want to just see and wait. Because again, Oda likes to do misdirection sometimes. Only thing I can say is that Sensor, you about to get whooped bad. Hands and feet and all. Sucker said, oh, I got the best defense. Sucker, you just got freaking speed blitzed by Rob Lucy. Excuse me? Get this guy out of here. Overall, this is a solid chapter for One Piece this week. Please tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought about it. I like to know. Let us have a discussion. Like, dislike, do what you gotta do. I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, people, I'm gonna be King of the Pirates. Break out the